Okay, so let's talk about what really powers our world. I'm not just talking about the big rigs you see rumbling down the highway. I'm talking about the infrastructure behind our digital lives. Today, we're diving into Cummins, an industrial giant that, you'll see, has a fascinating split personality. It's not really one company. It's a tale of two different engines, one from the past and one that's powering our future. Let's get right into it.
You know the name, you've seen them, you've heard them. Those roaring diesel engines and the big rigs that literally keep our economy moving. That's the Cummins we all know, right? For over 100 years, they've been the heart of the industrial world, the muscle. But believe it or not, that's only half the story. Now let's flip the coin over, because there's another side to this company that isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding. Cummins is also the silent giant powering the whole AI revolution. You know those massive data centers that run everything from your social media feed to the latest AI models? Yeah, they need a ton of power, and Cummins is providing it. It's this classic story of old versus new, happening inside one single company.
So how does a company even end up in two such different worlds? I mean, big trucks and AI data centers. To understand that, we've got to take a quick look at what Cummins really is at its core.
So if you look at their official description, they call themselves a global power solutions leader. Now, that's kind of corporate speak for, we've been building the things that make the world go round since 1919. From old school diesel engines to the newest green tech, their entire business is just about one thing: power. And that's where this whole story gets so interesting.
All right, so how does a company that does so many different things actually make its money? Let's break it down. It really all comes down to 5 key parts of their business.
Take a look at this. Now, at first glance, it kind of seems like the old school stuff is still king, right? Engine, components, that makes sense. But look closer at that 18% slice for power systems. That's the hidden gem. That's the piece of the pie that's quietly powering this whole digital revolution. And that tiny 1% for Accelera? Well, that's their bet on the future. This one chart pretty much tells the entire story.
And this slide right here just lays it all out, the two faces of Cummins. On one side, you've got the legacy industrial giant, the engine maker for the trucking world. Think of it as the old economy. And on the other, you've got this digital age powerhouse, providing the lifeblood for data centers, the absolute backbone of the new economy. Two totally different worlds all under one roof.
Okay, enough with the high-level stuff. Let's get to the numbers, because this is where the story gets really interesting. Let's pop the hood and see what's actually going on with Cummins' finances.
Almost $34 billion in revenue. That is a massive, massive number. But you know what the most important number on this slide is? That tiny little down 1%. That single percent tells you everything. It's the result of a financial tug-of-war happening inside the company, a battle between the old and the new.
And here's the hero of our story, a massive 16% jump in the power system segment. Look, this isn't just growth, this is a rocket ship. Every single time you hear about the AI boom, this is what it looks like on a company's financial statement. It's the future happening in real time.
But while one part of the business is absolutely soaring, another part is hitting a brick wall, a 10% drop in the components segment. Why? Well, the trucking industry is what they call cyclical. It's like a roller coaster, big ups and big downs, and right now it is on a downswing, which is a huge problem for Cummins' traditional business.
And the hits just keep on coming for the old school side, a 7% drop in their main engine business. It's like trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. You've got the data center business just flooring it, while the trucking business is slamming on the brakes. The big question is, which one's going to win out?
So the numbers are telling this really fascinating story of push and pull, but what are the people actually running the company saying? Let's hear it straight from them.
When it comes to the data center business, management is practically shouting from the rooftops. They're so confident they're taking orders for stuff they won't even deliver until 2028. That's what you call a backlog. Imagine having your sales locked in for years to come. I mean, that's the kind of security investors absolutely love to see.
But then the music just stops. The company's own CFO, Mark Smith, comes out with a warning that basically sends a chill down your spine. He said this is the sharpest decline in truck orders that many have witnessed. Whoa, that's not just a slowdown. For their core business, that's a crisis. And it's happening at the exact same time as their biggest boom. It's this wild paradox that defines the company right now.
And the problems don't stop there. They're also dealing with extra costs from trade tariffs, they're worried about new environmental rules coming down the pike, and they're pouring a ton of money into their new tech division, just hoping it'll pay off someday. It's basically a perfect storm of challenges hitting their traditional business all at once.
So, what does this all mean? How do you make sense of a company that's basically living in two different worlds at the exact same time?
It really all boils down to a simple question. Are you a bull or a bear on Cummins? The bulls are going to tell you, hey, this is a genius way to invest in the AI revolution. The bears are going to warn you that the trucking business is a sinking ship. And you know what? Both sides have a really good point. The real question is, which story do you believe in more?
And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? Can the engine of the future save the engine of the past? Can the explosive growth of the digital world carry the weight of this declining industrial world? The answer to that question is going to determine the future of this 100-year-old giant.
Now, before we wrap up, just a quick reminder, this has been a deep dive into Cummins, but it is absolutely not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. We're just here to learn, to explore, and to understand this story. The rest, as always, is up to you. Do your own homework and make the best decision for you.